Corinne. Welcome to yoga today. There's been some requests for a shorter yoga class as everybody's lives are changing now that we're forced to do yoga more at home and less at a studio practice. So as part of Bob Brigade, I wanted to try to offer you that shorter class because the whole point of Bob Brigade is to make yoga more accessible. And so if this is what is going to make yoga more accessible for you as you find your yoga practice at home, I want to try to be able to bring that to you. So today's class is really fun, a little challenging. We're working on balance today and different fun ways to challenge our balance. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting today's class in a mindful mountain pose at the front of our mats. So go ahead and make your way there. We'll be standing strong with the feet about hip width apart, toes facing forward, the heels aligned behind the second and third toes. And we're starting in mountain pose because we're really finding a grounded foundation for our balance class today. So really ground down through the heels, feel the four corners of the feet grounding down into the mat, and this liftedness through the feet. You'll feel that all the way up through the legs, and gently engage the quads to lift the kneecaps and align the glutes down towards the earth. So you feel this in and upward alignment of the lower core. Release the shoulders away from the ears, palms face forward. And if you feel that when you pull the shoulders back, your chest and belly expanded out, try to wrap the lower ribs in, engaging the core. So ground it down all the way from our feet, lifting up through the quads, tailbone pulling down towards the earth, shoulder blades gently pulling in together and then down the spine as the crown of the head lifts tall. Feel free to close the eyes or soften the gaze. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And exhale, let it go. Keeping your mountain pose, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Next inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up. Feeling energy as we lift through the arms and the hands, fingertips, palms come together. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, pull that energy back towards your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Feel that lift, that light. And exhale towards the heart. As you move through these inhales, sweeping the arms, try to feel this action with the palms and the hands. Not moving without thought, but moving with intention. One more time, inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale this time, forward fold all the way down, generous bend in the knees, let the weight of the head go. Straighten out through the legs and press the legs back towards the back of the room, pedaling out through the legs one at a time. Maybe shifting the weight into one foot, letting the other shoulder release. Finding some warm up here through the back of the legs, maybe a little through the hips. You can widen the feet about hip width apart or a little wider if it's not already. Place the palms out on the mat and bend into the knees, lowering the hips down towards the heels. Let the weight of the head go. We'll come high to the toes, lifting the heels. And exhale, release the heels back down. Straighten out the legs, release the heels down towards the mat. And heel toe the feet back in towards center. Finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine, palms come to the shins. Feel that low belly pull up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees, palms face forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. The tailbone reaching back, crown of the head reaching forward. Exhale, release the palms back down. Step back to your plank or your push-up position. Shoulders aligned over the wrists here, lifting up through the front body into the back body. Press the mat away, grounding down into the palms and the feet. Heels are pulling back in space. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Feet hip width apart. The palms are shoulder width apart. You can find a bend in the knees here. Tailbone lifting high to find a long spine. We'll inhale, slowly roll forward. So I come high to the toes, lifting the heels. And I feel the energy from my low belly all the way up, rounding through the spine. Finding my push-up position. Inhale. Exhale, shift the shoulders forward and slowly lower all the way down, elbows really close to the torso. Untuck the toes, ground the palms down into the mat. Inhale, cobra. Elbows close to the torso, pulling back through the body, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. All 10 toes pressing down into the mat. The glutes are relaxed, the inner thighs are engaged, and low back strength is lifting us up through the heart. One more sip of air. Exhale, release. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, press through tabletop to child's pose. So finding a moment in child's pose here, the big toes are together, the knees are wide, and the forehead is resting down into the mat. We are finding a few challenging balancing postures today, so if you ever need to center yourself again, you can find child's pose, you can find mountain pose. Take a moment, find your breath, and meet back with us whenever you're ready. From your child's pose, inhale to tabletop. Shoulders aligned over the wrists, hips aligned over the knees. From here, we'll extend the left leg behind and the right arm forward. Already starting with this balancing challenge. Inhale, find length through the leg, through the arm. Exhale, round through the back, knee towards elbow. So pressing through that left wrist, lifting and rounding through that left shoulder. Inhale, re-extend, find length. Exhale, round knee to elbow. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, release the knee and the hand. Next, inhale, extend the right leg behind. Left arm forward. And we're locking into the joints here, so we're not all off kilter. We are solidly aligned in this square position, joints locked in, and then extending through the leg and the arm. Inhale, find your length. Exhale, round, pulling up through the belly, elbow to knee. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, round, elbow to knee. Inhale, re-extend. We'll find one more. Exhale, round, keep pressing out through that right hand and right shoulder. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, release to tabletop. Next, inhale, extend the right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, thread the needle, right arm under left, right palm facing up. You can stay here or feel free to extend that left arm forward. Another option is to find this rotation in the elbow and reach the left palm towards the right hip. The left palm will be extended out away from the hip. It's up to you. If your left arm is extended in front of you, focus on grounding through the fingertips, grounding through the palm. And exhale, release, replace that left palm back to their starting position. Inhale, re-extend that right arm. And exhale, release to table. Inhale, extend the left. Maybe shifting the gaze. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm under right. Option here to extend that right arm in front. Or find that half bind, bending at the elbow, reaching that right palm towards that left hip. Wherever you are, focus on what is grounding you down to the earth. And then feel that energy lifting back off of the earth. Finding some ease with this balanced posture that's down on the ground, finding a solid foundation. And exhale, release the palm back towards the mat. Inhale, extend the left arm. And exhale, release. Inhale, heart forward, belly drops. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. And exhale, we'll tuck the toes, find down dog. Pedal out through the feet, finding some movement if that's calling you. Maybe come high to the toes. Inhale, slowly roll forward to plank. pressing the earth away. Exhale, down dog. Lift the hips up and back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Use your core. Inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the shoulders. Inhale, re-extend that right leg. Exhale, right foot in between the hands, finding our right leg lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Finding a long spine. Inhale, left foot steps up to meet right. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, bend back into your chair, bending the knees, letting the hips set and rest back and down. Release the shoulders, palms facing each other. Big inhale. Exhale, release. It's okay, Bella. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, place the palms down, step the feet back to your plank. Hold. And you can lower all the way down, find cobra like we did last time, or if you'd like to find a chaturanga, we'll lower halfway. I shifted my shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Grounding down through the tops of the feet and the hands, lifting up through the heart. The quads are engaged here. And exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Next, inhale, extend the left leg behind, grounding down through both hands. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the shoulders. Lift up through the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the shoulders. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, finding that left leg lunge. So lifting out of the hips here, finding a long spine. Next, inhale, step the right foot up to meet the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, release, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back. We'll ground the left palm and step the right foot out, right toes facing towards the right side of your mat. And we'll shift towards the outer edge of that left foot, finding our lateral lunge. You can extend the arm, the right arm up towards the sky, and lift out of the hips here. We'll hold here for a moment, keep breathing. And exhale, see if you can lower the hips down towards the earth, maybe releasing that right arm behind you. Inhale, re-extend and lift. Exhale, release the right palm down to the mat. We'll pivot towards the left, so pivot the toes towards the left side, quarter turn, and we'll find Skandasana. So we're going to keep the hands down for a moment here, and slowly shift the weight from the right foot to the left. So we're bending into the right knee, I'm keeping my left foot down, bending into the left knee, keeping the right foot down. Gently stretching out the insides of the legs, our hip flexors a little bit. We'll move one more time towards the right, and then towards the left. Once you move over to the left side, we'll pivot a turn to the left, a quarter turn, finding that left leg lunge. Ground the right palm down, pivot towards the outer edge of that right foot, left toes facing towards the same side that you were on before. Not sure if that's left or right. Extend the left arm up towards the sky, lifting the hips, pressing out of that right shoulder, not sinking down. And now, keeping that liftedness out of that right shoulder, lower the hips down towards the earth. Maybe release that left arm behind. Inhale, re-extend and lift. And exhale, release to your left leg lunge. Straighten out that left leg. We'll pivot a quarter turn to the right again. Back facing the same way we were. This time we're going to find Skandasana with the palms at heart center. So starting that challenging of the balance. And you don't have to, you can keep the palms down towards the earth if you like. We're going to keep the hips low. Lifting out of the hips a little bit and then settling back down. I know, Bella, we're just getting started. left to right. And to the right. We'll lower the hands down. Straighten out that right leg, finding our right leg lunge. Inhale. Exhale, ground the palms down. Step the right foot back. Down dog. Big inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Lift out of the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right foot by the right hand. We'll ground the left foot down and inhale, windmill the arms up, warrior two. Settling in here for a moment. The right heel is aligned with the inside of that left foot. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Ground down through that right heel. Big inhale. Exhale, release the palms down. We'll shift the weight into that right foot. Ground the palms down, finding a standing split. It doesn't have to be really high. We do want to keep that left hip squared down towards the earth though. So better to have that left leg not very high than to have this openness of the hip that we're not looking for. So find that squareness of the hips. Keep breathing. And exhale, release the left foot by the right. Forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, release all the way down. Bend in the knees, arms by the ears, sit back into your Utkatasana chair pose. Feel the low belly pulling in and up, lifting up through the heart. Can you lift the torso up a little bit taller? Maybe bend into the knees just a half an inch lower. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release the palms down, step the feet back to your plank. Optional chaturanga flow here. So shift the shoulders forward if you're finding a chaturanga flow. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Settling in. Fingers are spread wide, grounding down through the finger pads. Inhale, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Lift up through the hips. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, step the left foot by the left thumb. We'll ground the right heel down. Windmill up, warrior two, the left side. So grounding down through that outer edge of that right foot. Release the shoulders. Feel the crown of the head lifting tall. Actively engaging that left leg and opening up towards the left side. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down. We'll ground the palms down. Inhale, standing splits. Right leg extended. That standing leg strong. And that lifted leg actively pressing up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, release the foot down. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. We're moving into one of my favorite, really fun, balanced, challenging postures. So we're finding that same chair position that we've already done a few times, but we're finding it with figure four legs. So we're gonna take the left heel and wrap it over that right quad as you open up through the knee. So finding a figure four position. And we'll ground or press the palms together at the heart center and slowly start to bend into that right leg. So the hips are pulling back in space. You might already feel it is an awesome hip opener. So you can stay here. If you want to challenge balance with me even further, we're going to slowly bend a little bit more into the hips and hinge at the hips, letting the chest fall forward. We'll place the hands down onto the mat and really bend into that right leg, lowering the hips down towards that right heel. Press the palms back to heart center for balance, lifting up through the chest and lifting out of that right heel. So pressing onto the ball of that right foot and not totally sinking into the hips, but lifting up and out. Engage the core for balance. Really press into the palms. And whenever you're ready, feel free to lower the hands down and then slowly start to straighten that right leg. We'll make our way back to a forward fold position. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Same thing, other side. So bend into that right leg and wrap the right heel over that left quad or thigh. And we'll bend back into the hips, bending into that left knee. So you can stay here if you'd like. If you don't feel it in your hip, try to push the hips back a little bit further. Keeping that right foot flexed. And we'll slowly start to hinge at the waist. Place the palms down and make your way to our squat position on the mat in our figure four squat. Ooh, this side might be a little bit more difficult on me. So focusing on a drishti, a non-moving point. Keep your eye gaze there and keep breathing. We have a tendency to hold our breath in balancing postures. Keep breathing. Lift out of that left foot and left hip. And whenever you're ready, make your way back to a forward fold. Beautiful job. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, place the palms down. We'll step the feet back to plank. Hold here for a moment. Really lift up through the hips. And exhale, down dog. Nice job. Inhale, sweep the right leg behind. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, right knee, left foot. So crossing over the body, keep lifting up through the hips and the knee. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the right foot by the right thumb. And inhale, lift all the way up to crescent. So we're on the ball of that back foot. That left hip is pulling forward, right hip is pulling back. Inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, open up, warrior two. From here, we're gonna make our way to a half moon. If you'd like to grab a block to place your hand on, that can be really helpful. I'm gonna scooch the right foot back a little bit in space so that you can see me. So for half moon, we're gonna lower the right hand down, bring the left hand to the left hip, and extend the left foot behind. And we're opening up through that left hip to stack left hip over right. You can hold on to a block here with your right hand and slowly start to stack left shoulder over right, left hip over right. Maybe shifting the gaze towards the side and extending that left arm. Kicking that left foot back in space like you were kicking the back wall. That left foot is flexed and the energy of that left leg is lifting up. Option to shift the gaze up towards the sky if you feel balanced. Keep breathing. And exhale, shift the gaze back down. Lower the left hand down towards the mat. Step the left foot all the way back. Finding that crescent lunge one more time. Exhale, release the palms down. Step the right foot back, down dog. Long inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Lift up through the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the left foot in between the thumbs and lift to your crescent. palms facing each other, release through the shoulders. That back thigh, that back hamstring is lifting up towards the sky. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, open up, warrior two. I'm moving back a little bit so you can see me. Round of breath here. And exhale, release the left hand down towards the mat, finding our half moon. Same thing here, you want to grab a block. You want to grab a water bottle. Some people use water bottles to bring the earth a little bit closer up to you. And we're opening up through that right hip now. Right hip stacked over left, right shoulder over left. Extending the right arm up towards the sky, actively kicking through that right foot. Option to shift the gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, release the right palm down. Bend into that left knee as you step the right foot all the way back. Crescent. Exhale, release the palms down. Step the left foot back, down dog. Nice job, guys. Big inhale. Long exhale. We'll shift the gaze up towards the front of the mat. Bring the toes together and maybe step the feet up about 6 inches or so. We'll bend into the knees. At the end of the exhale, we're going to hop up towards the front of the mat. Lifting the hips and gently stepping or hopping the feet up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. We're going to move into eagle on the right side. The right arm is wrapping underneath the left. The right leg is wrapping over the left. You can do this one at a time, so the arms first and then the legs. Or if you want to challenge balance, move into eagle as one motion. So if you're doing arms first, exhale, right arm underneath the left. You can press the back of the hands together, or if you can find that wrap, try to press the palms together in front of the gaze. Then into the knees, lift the right leg up towards the chest and wrap around the left, maybe getting this ankle hook at the bottom. Lifting up through the spine and bending into that left leg. Keep breathing. Focusing on that solid line running through the body, all the way from the foot out through the crown of the head, finding the lift. And exhale, slowly unwind. We'll lower the hands down, extend that right leg behind, finding that standing split one more time. Big inhale. Maybe kick an inch higher, keeping that right hip squared. And exhale, release the right foot, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees, inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center, moving to the left side. So feel free to move at your own pace if you've got it. If you want to move with me, exhale, we'll release the left arm underneath the right, wrapping at the palms. You can move this way, bend into the knees. Lift the left leg up and over the right, wrapping around, maybe hooking at that ankle. And settling down, bending into the knees a little bit lower, lifting through the torso. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slowly start to unwind. Extend that left leg behind. We'll lower the hands down, finding our standing split. And exhale, release the left foot down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, release, forward fold. Heel toe the feet wide, about mat width. Heels facing in, toes facing out. Bend into the knees and lower the hips down towards the heels. Finding our Malasana squat. Palms at heart center. Lifting up through the torso, through the spine and out through the crown of the head. From here, we're gonna move into a little bit of crow practice for another balancing inversion this time. If you've never tried crow, I'm gonna cue you through it a little bit. Some, not really modifications, but some helpful tips. You can have a block or a pillow in front of you in case you fall forward. You can like rest your head on it. You can step onto a block with your feet because it's helpful to lift the hips higher. That helps you move into that crow position. But when I teach crow, the goal is not to find crow pose. It's to shift the weight and start to feel your body as you shift the weight forward and back, and maybe lifting that energy and that weight up a little bit. So our hands are gonna be in the position that they are when we find chaturanga. So the fingers are spread wide. We're actively grounding down to the finger pads, and we're recognizing that our arms and our hands are taking a lot of weight. So we wanna be lifting that weight up as we move to crow, not settling all that weight into our hands, but think about lifting, okay? The hands are about shoulder width apart. And when we bend into the elbows, we don't want the elbows to really bend out. Just like in chaturanga, the elbows bend down towards the mat, okay? So we're keeping the elbows close to the torso. I like to start with my feet a little bit closer together than malasana squat that we were just in. So my feet are just maybe 4 or 5 inches apart. Ground the palms down, lift the hips. This is key, we need the hips lifted. And press the knees as high up into the arms as you can. Some people press them into the armpits, some people aren't able to do that. And then you can, if you can't do that, you can press into the triceps and think about pulling the weight in. Use the inner thighs to pull everything in towards center. From here, we're just gonna shift the weight forward and back without lifting up the toes. So we're moving forward and back in space to see what that feels like. Engage the low core and low belly, feeling that lift through the hips. That's why we did all those knees to elbow, knees to nose, and lifting up through the hips in our down dog to our plank. It's the same feeling of lifting. And when you shift the shoulders forward, feel free to keep the right toes down, maybe lift the left toes up. Engage the low core, release the left toes, lift the right toes up. Even if you have your crow practice, this is nice to do. So try that a few times, shift the weight back again, and gradually you'll be able to lift the weight of the feet and the legs and the hips and everything up off of the ground. But jumping up into crow is not how you learn crow. So we're not jumping, we're just shifting weight forward and back and maybe up in space. So if you try that and you got it, feel free to lift one foot, maybe lift the other, pressing the toes together and pulling the heels towards the glutes, lifting up through the shoulders, lifting up through the belly. Inhale, exhale, slowly release. We'll meet in child's pose whenever you're ready. Lower the knees, bring the big toes together, knees wide, extend through the arms. It can feel really nice too to let the arms relax behind you by your feet and your heels. Taking your time, knowing that we did a lot of balancing challenges, and crow, if that's not usually in your practice, kudos to you for trying. That's awesome. So take the time to acknowledge that. Whenever you're ready, if you'd like to join us, lift up through your child's pose through tabletop. We'll meet in down dog. From down dog, inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, right foot in between the hands. We'll lower the back knee down, untuck the toes, and straighten through the leg, flexing the foot, finding our half split. Feel free to stay high in this half split or lower the hips down towards that left heel and finding your half split here. If you have full split in your practice, feel free to find that when you're ready. Close the eyes, keeping that right foot flexed and active, really feeling that stretch in the back body of that right leg. Inhale back through your lunge. Tuck that left foot under and we'll find down dog. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, extend the left leg behind. We'll step the left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee and untuck the toe, and shift the hips back to our half split, either high or low, whatever feels good to you, or feel free to find that full split. If you do have blocks or pillows and you're working towards a full split, it's nice to hold on to those on either side to keep the hips square. Take one more round of breath. When you're ready, we'll move through our lunge and meet back in down dog. Optional final chaturanga flow. Inhale slowly to plank. Exhale halfway, lower down. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale down dog. From down dog, we'll lower the knees and swing the legs out in front. Finding our staff pose. The shoulders over the hips. Feet are gently flexed here. Inhale, extend the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. You can bend into the knees. You can wrap the hands around the feet. You can take the peace fingers around the toes. You can have the hands on the shins, wherever you're comfortable. And if you have a long spine, feel free to straighten out the legs. We're reaching the heart forward and starting to settle the weight back down into the earth. So if you noticed, we found a foundational support of balance when we started, starting low, focusing on some core activation. That was all to help with our balance. Then we lifted that balance up gradually, finding half moon and standing split and eagle. And now we're taking that back down. So we found crow, another balancing posture, but a little bit lower. And we're slowly bringing the energy back down into the earth. When you're ready, inhale, lift all the way up. Extend the arms out in front and slowly roll all the way back. Bring the knees in towards the chest when you get there. You can rock left and right. And we'll open up the knees towards the armpits, flexing the feet up towards the sky to a tabletop, grabbing onto the outside edges of the feet, finding our happy baby pose. So pulling down into the feet as the feet press up into the hands. And if you've noticed that you're back rounded, pull the tailbone back down towards the earth. We want the spine pressing down into the mat. You can shift the weight left and right. And we have done a good amount of stretching of the hamstrings and the back of the legs. So if you'd like, you can flip the grip to the inside of the feet and slowly straighten out the legs. Again, you can shift the weight left and right. And we'll bend back into the knees, bring the palms of the feet together, or soles of the feet together rather, down towards the glutes, and the knees are wide. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Close the eyes. And find that rhythm of breath again. Physically feeling that breath with your hands as your hands expand, as the chest and ribs open up. Low belly lifts. And exhale, let it soften and release back down towards the earth. When you're ready, straighten out the right leg towards the right side of the mat, left leg towards the left. Release the arms by your sides, finding your final Shavasana pose. And like the palms facing up in the Shavasana pose. Ready to receive all of that energy. Notice any parts of your body that might still be active. On your exhale, focus on letting them soften, letting that energy release. Finding a little bit more ease in your posture, a little bit less activation. Feel free to stay in this Shavasana pose as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, find a big morning stretch, extending the arms overhead. And exhale, roll to the right side of your mat or the right side of your body. Bending into the knees and letting the head rest on the right bicep. And slowly making your way to a seated position on your mat. Again, whenever you're ready, there's no rush. Thank you so much for joining me today in this balanced, challenging practice. I hope you tried something new. I hope something felt different than it normally does. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.